I just thought of something. I had made the video for Meredith to let her know to be careful because they send people to pretend to be something else. A lot of these trolls they sent to me, even in Arizona, Piper was having both men and women try to seduce me. And Byron Brown had his people trying to seduce me and marry me. So if I died, they could say, just take an out of court settlement and not prosecute for my death. How do we know they weren't sending women to seduce my father, to destroy his career and lie to him, saying they couldn't get pregnant or they were on birth control, and test them? And we know technology, the intelligence community has had medical technology that the rest of us, they're not sharing with the rest of us because it's the Goldwaters. Maybe they paid these women and they tested them to make sure they were ovulating or had a good date. They knew right about when that was going to happen. I mean, most of us females were taught that. And then they offered them, hey, some incentive. Maybe the money went to their parents. And then, of course, their payday was dad was in the Navy, and Navy has rules. You knock somebody up, you marry him. And it's not that much. It's not like it was a big deal because the movie Officer and a Gentleman, that was pretty standard for women to do that anyway. To go out, hang out at the officers' clubs hoping to land them a flyboy. That may be something that we need to look into. And then to have their other trolls make sure that there's a whole lot of division in the marriage and then a whole lot of division between dad and his kids. Isolate him. I'm not saying that's the way it is, but based on everything I've recorded from the Goldwaters themselves, that's their standard operating shit. There's movies made about it. That movie with Al Pacino and Colin Farrell. Al Pacino recruits Colin Farrell as a genius, computer genius or something, whatever the fuck he was, some sort of technical genius. And then Al Pacino tells that Colin Farrell, some other girl in the CIA program, is a mole and tells him to sleep with her. It's called a mark. And then Al Pacino goes to the girl and says, Al Pacino's a mole, go sleep with him. And he's setting them both up. It had something to do with some money shit. There was another movie, Robert Redford and Brad Pitt. And Robert Redford gave Brad Pitt a picture of the mark, and he was supposed to hang out at a cafe and eventually seduce that girl. She was connected to some foreign intelligence, whatever the fuck it was. I don't remember. So it's pretty much common knowledge this is how they operate. How do we know that the woman that we know, Cuomo, married a Kennedy to infiltrate the family? Hell, they were already suspicious from what I read. Then they have Scott track down mom to make sure she never gets the help she needs. He threatens me in the fucking garage. He was supposed to help her as an officer and a gentleman. He was supposed to help her behave better, not threaten me to be quiet about it. And he knew I was a cop. He knew I was a Fed. And he's a fucking... So the whole family baby married to fucking moles and don't even fucking know it. I mean, Annie Lane's married to a chemical engineer who works for a big power company in Kansas City. How do you get that kind of degree? The students are already admitting you don't get your license and get your degree unless you agree to go along with the oligarchy's fucking scams. Unless you agree to be part of the Nazi SS power construct, you don't get anywhere. You lose your fucking career, you get kicked out, called crazy, and are found dead somewhere. Seth Rich, Julian Assange, Ed Snowden, me, Chelsea Manning, Lindsey Boylan, Charlotte Bennett, their lawyers getting threatened. Hell, they killed a sitting president. You think they didn't send those women to seduce Kennedy? If they even managed to do that. And then Bobby said they've been smearing his family name. I don't think the Kennedys killed Marilyn Monroe. The Goldwaters and the other oligarchs had killed Marilyn Monroe and then tried to pin it on the fucking Kennedys. She had too much going for her. They slipped her a Mickey and killed her. And then that happy birthday, Mr. President stuff, they used that to try to say that she killed herself over him. And then Bobby's wife committed suicide. Do we know she committed suicide? Do we know that suicide letter was even legit? Maybe she really was, and she wrote a letter, and then they went ahead and offed her. A lot of people write suicide letters and never go through it. They go through periods, but they don't necessarily pull it off. Maybe they realized she was going through it and had written some sort of letter and went ahead and killed her and made it look like that's what it was. Everybody close to the Kennedys and everybody in the Kennedy family needs to take a long, hard look at your partners. Who chased you down? Who seduced you? Arnold Schwarzenegger going after... Oh, can't think of her name. I think it's Teddy's daughter. Maria Shriver. Food for thought. I'm just saying. All the recordings that Cousy and special prosecutors had, I just realized what all that adds up to. Bobby needs to listen. Bobby's team needs to listen to every fucking minute of every fucking word. It's going to be a lot of hours. It's fucking 8 years of recording. Some of them are 4 or 5 hours long. I'll have to comb through them. If you can't figure out what's what, I may have to dictate them, but I can't do it out here. Fuck, that would take me years to dictate all that shit. I can't do that if I'm not sequestered. Or I'm not necessarily sequestered, but I gotta have fucking electricity, and I can't be running around trying to find food, find a bathroom, find a shower. That's what I'm saying. My brain's worth a hell of a lot more to you if I try to sort out all this other petty bullshit all fucking day. That's it. I just wanted to share that. Everybody, audit your partners. Look at whoever's auditing. Look into everything. Look into everything.